Words are about to be spoken here on The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, presented to you exclusively by Podcast Heat and adfreeshows.com. I am John Alba, of course, on location this week without my fancy microphone and setup, so I apologize for that. But I'm joined by the woken one, the broken one, the spoken one from the Hardy compound this week, a rarity, Mr. Matt Hardy. How are you, my friend?
I am doing well. How are you, John?
I'm great. We are in the aftermath of Starrcast 5 in Nashville. I'm still in Nashville as we record this. What a weekend we had. You signed, what was the number? I believe it was 778.
Oh, very close. 717 autographs.
That's insanity.
It was pretty close though. You were getting there when you started with 7. I thought you were going to dig it. You had 2 7s in the number, so that was pretty good recall.
Brother, I was on air for like 3 straight days. And
no, you were a workaholic over the weekend. I don't know how you're burnt out. I don't know how you're still ticking now.
I ate an entire bag of Kit Kat minis and had some sweet tea in my hotel room today. So that's where we're at. Sweet tea. I'm in the South, baby.
Oh, there you have it. You're right.
We got
born and bred in Florida. Half-ass. Sweet tea.
That's right.
For life.
This is a delicacy in the North. So I'm in Nashville. I need to get my hands on that. But we had so much fun at Starrcast, man. We had our panel that we had been waiting so long for. That was months in the making, The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy Live. It was the main event of Starrcast 5. And we had some special guests, the Good Brothers. What did you think of the whole experience?
It was a lot of fun. It was a really fun weekend. It was a great day, a long day, but a great day. It was so fun interacting. I always enjoy meet and greets, especially people that, there's so many longtime diehard fans, especially now that I've been doing this almost 30 years. Although I'm not as old as Shane Helms, I just want to reiterate that. There's always so many diehard fans in every area, and just especially in Nashville, which is such a lovely wrestling city in general, has such an amazing wrestling history. And there were a lot of older fans there because I think everyone was kind of drawn to Ric Flair, so he controlled a big part of the demographic. So just being able to interact with these guys, and we had plenty of time. It was a 5-hour signing, so I could take 60 seconds and have a conversation with everyone. It was really enjoyable, man, and everybody seemed to have a really good experience.
Yeah, the panel then saw us revisit WrestleMania 33 like we did on the Becoming Broken series, but we had a couple special guests in Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, Chad Too Bad himself. They had a real good time. I know that. We got a good Hardy.
Oh boy, Chad Too Bad and Sex Ferguson. I'm pretty sure that's the 2 we got that night.
We certainly did get that. Man, I had an absolute blast with them. What did you think of the panel?
It was so fun. I would love to do it again. Especially considering it was our first one. I felt really good about it. It was fun to do, and it was a great learning experience. And I love being able to kind of step into a new scenario like that. So it was very enjoyable, and I'm excited to do it again now. Now that I've, had a little taste of it, I want to do it once again. You lost your Starrcast virginity, and that cherry was popped, and now you want more. We gotta thank all the diehard Matt Hardy fans and Hardy Boy fans that came out for that panel. It was towards the end of Starrcast, and everyone was so excited to get over to Ric Flair's last match. And there were a bunch of fans that stayed behind and said, no, I got to make sure I see that panel in person. And Matt and I cannot express how grateful we are for all of you who did. It was really cool. And the beauty is that entire panel, alongside all the other panels, are available on replay over on Fight TV, who did an incredible job. Matt Schiavone and his crew did a really awesome job taping all those panels. And there were amazing shows, Matt, that you have to go back and check out. Renee Paquette did a great interview with Bryan Danielson. Soraya, the former Paige, she had her own panel. Kevin Nash, the Four Horsemen reunited on stage for maybe the last time. Man, what I've never asked you this. What is your favorite edition of the Horsemen? Oh, that's a good question.
Like when I say the Four Horsemen, who are the people in the stable in your mind?
Yeah. The Four Horsemen that first pop into my mind are Rick, Tully, Arn, and Lex. Those are almost the first four that pop into my mind. And that might not be my favorite combination. I love Barry and the Horsemen too, when he did his thing. But I would say my core three are, Ric Flair, Arn, and Tully. Those are my guys. My favorite Horseman bit of all time, I think, is do you remember when they did those black and white vignettes? And there was one where they attacked someone and they did the deal where they broke his hand, broke his arm, whatever. Maybe I love those so much as a young guy. And that made me a huge fan of the Horsemen, especially because Ric Flair, the leader, was from North Carolina. I was already kind of drawn to him as it was because I obviously was born and raised in North Carolina. So the Four Horsemen were cool. I've been down with the Four Horsemen since day one.
Yeah, Ric Flair's last match, the whole presentation, man, that show, you walked into the Nashville Municipal Auditorium and it felt like you were at a legitimate Jim Crockett promotion show. It was one of the coolest vibes I've ever seen at a wrestling show. Have you ever performed at the auditorium there?
I have. I was there with AEW last time they were there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
AEW run that venue. Great
venue for wrestling. The sight lines are awesome. It got so loud in there for the main event. I can't even tell you. It felt like it was in a movie almost. It was just wild, man. But what a great weekend we had at Starrcast. And if there's ever another one, or if there's another panel that Matt Hardy and I get to do, we hope you'll join us.
Definitely.
Because it was truly a lot of fun.
John, I got to ask you, what was your favorite match on the card?
The AAA match. 100%.
AAA match?
Yes. It was unbelievable. It was Bandito, Laredo Kid, Taurus, and Rey Fénix, who all four are probably in the top 50 best wrestlers in the world. And I think Rey Fénix is probably in the top 5 best wrestlers in the world.
There you have it. You're a big fan of the new current style, especially very AAA heavy. I know that is your thing.
It was just so cool that you had this JCP set and then bam, Lucha. It was this awesome dichotomy that we got to see. I was really excited for Fatu and Josh Alexander, but the finish got a little wonky. Those damn Major brothers, Cardona and Brian, made a run in, but then Dallas Page laid him out with the diamond cutter. So
I saw that. I saw Cardona got a diamond cutter. He got banged.
That's what he gets. Cardona took away my mic on the Fight TV stuff. He ripped it from me. He said, "Who the hell are you?" And then my brother, DDP, who I do his podcast, DDP Snake Pit right here on Podcast Heat, he said, "John, I've got you." He ran in and he dropped Matt Cardona with the diamond cutter.
You're asking who I am? Matt Cardona? You're asking who I am, a.k.a. Zack Ryder? I am the host of one of the greatest podcasts going today. You should damn sure know who John Alba is.
That's it, man. Of course, that's the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy. Guys, and if you think it's the greatest podcast going today, what do? You go over to Apple Podcasts, you go to Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. What do, Matt?
You make sure to leave us a great review, and we will read it if you post it anywhere on Matt Hardy Pod social media or John Alba social media or Matt Hardy Brand social media. We'll be looking for it. And then go give us a review. Do it on all our platforms. Give us a 5 star review. It's easy.
You're in a good mood tonight. I like it. This is definitely a great way to get engaged with our show, guys. We would very much appreciate that. Matt, last week we did Matt Fact, Matt Fiction. It was probably our most unique show to date.
Right.
Anything else you'd like to add on that one?
I really enjoyed it. That is, I feel like, one of the most fun episodes we've done. It was super entertaining. And every story I said, I was as honest and as transparent as I could possibly be. Everything I did and described about the Mad Facts and how they've changed and evolved over time was very honest and very factual. So I've got a lot of good feedback from it. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I love Mad Facts. They're such an important part of my history and my backstory. So I'm so glad we did an episode on that, John.
Me too. I thought it was a unique way to dive into your past here on the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy. And this week, we are not just diving into your past, we're diving into your present. And that is because...
And most likely future as well.
Hopefully your future. and we are going to be talking about your wife, Queen Rebecca. Right. Because Matt Hardy, Queen Rebecca, Reby Hardy, well, she's celebrating a big birthday this week, isn't she?
That's correct. Yeah. She is celebrating a huge birthday. I'm not even going to say her age. I'll see if she wants to say it when she's there. But she was born in 86. So she's having a birthday coming up.
She's not as old as Shane Helms. That's all that's important. That's all.
Yeah, right. No one is as old as Shane Helms. You're not as old as Shane Helms. I'm not as old as Shane Helms. Queen Rebecca is not as old as Shane Helms.
No.
I don't know anyone that's as old as Shane Helms.
No.
I'll try and think on it. If I come up with anyone, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I would venture to guess that in maybe a month or so time, we get an announcement that Conrad Thompson's putting on Shane Helms' last match.
Yeah. I mean, they better do it before he moves on. I want to get that match. I want to get that match happening. I want to get it done.
What venue in Bumblefuck, North Carolina would they be running that one at?
I would put him at the Goldston Sports Arena where I first saw him stoned. I think that'd be a good venue. It's still open.
Well,
if not that, I would say Dorton Arena. That would actually be a great location. Do Dorton Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's an iconic NWA venue.
Well, Matt, Shane Helms would have to drive himself to that because it's in North Carolina. But as we heard in the past, he locked his keys in the car, but it wouldn't be a problem for him if he had Car Shield. And this episode of The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy is brought to you by Car Shield. Car Shield makes it easy and affordable to protect your car from expensive repairs. And that's just for starters. It's the #1 auto protection company in the U.S. and offers protection plans for around $100 a month. The plans cover more parts than ever before, whether your car is 5,000 miles or 150,000 miles. And it is so simple to get your car fixed. When you need a repair, you choose the mechanic, and Car Shield's administrators, they handle all the rest of it. That's it. No paperwork, no headaches. You're taken care of completely. And if your car breaks down, you're stuck on the side of the road. Plans through Car Shield include coast-to-coast roadside assistance. And this is a shoot, brother. Our producer, Josh Odom, you got a chance to finally meet him this past week.
Yes, correct.
After Ric Flair's last match, his car broke down outside of Nashville Municipal Auditorium, and he didn't have Car Shield, and his car was stranded there overnight, Matt. Brutal.
Goodness gracious. Thinking about this, I wish I would have had Car Shield 27 years ago, and I could have maybe helped Shane, and I wouldn't have had to drive him in the freezing cold all the way back to Smithfield to get his spare set of keys. Car Shield, thank God you're here. You're a godsend. Thank you, Car Shield.
They certainly are. They're there for you with rental car options and trip reimbursement at no extra cost. Get your coverage today. You're going to lock in your price right now, and it's never going to go up. That means as long as you own your car, no matter how old it is, you're protected from the rising cost of parts and all the repairs for your vehicle. And we want to help you protect your wallet with Car Shield from expensive car repairs, and they're going to do the same for you. Go to carshield.com/podcast and start your plan and lock in your pricing forever. That's carshield.com/podcast. A deductible may apply. All right, Matt.
Yes.
So we're going to have a very special guest for us.
We are, but I've been thinking about this. This is a special episode, John. We need to do 2 Matt Facts. I think so. I think it's appropriate for this. It's a big episode. Episode 31, 2 Matt Facts.
Let's hear number 1.
All right. Matt Fact, Matt is not a fan of wearing headphones while podcasting. That's a cute one. So, I think we should welcome our guest on in. This is going to be a fun conversation.
You are asking for trouble here, brother. This is
my middle name is Trouble.
Well,
Max said that the other day. He said, my middle name is Danger. Outstanding.
He is a Hardy boy through and through. Well, you said it, Matt Hardy. Let's give the people what they want. It's my favorite Hardy in the Hardy household.
I do know this, man. I'm working hard. I'm working hard to try and climb up the ladder and win you over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Reby Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, there she is, Queen Rebecca Reby Hardy. You are on The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, and we are celebrating a big Hardy birthday. Happy early birthday, Reby.
Oh,
yeah, happy birthday. How old are you going to be?
Thank you so much. I'm celebrating my 30th birthday for the 6th time.
All right.
There you go. Well,
outstanding.
Outstanding. We are so grateful that you hopped on with us. And when Matt and I were planning out our schedule for The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy last year, I said, we have to do a Reby-centric episode because your relationship is so unique. And it's one of those stories that you almost have to process it, when you realize how your relationship even came about, it's so unlike anything else out there. And I can't wait to take a deep dive into it. And you're such an essential part of his life, Reby. And let's get down to it here. Why don't we? And Matt, I had Reby on the Lives of Wrestling podcast a few months ago, and I heard her perspective, but I'd love to hear your perspective to start, Matt. When did you first come across Reby?
My first introduction to Reby, to go into our origin story, the origin story of Scout,
the prequel.
Yeah, was someone had tweeted me. Do you remember their tweet username?
Yeah, it was like offensive. Can I say it?
Yeah.
It's like a wrestling bad word. It was like thing about Homeboy.
There's something about Chris Benoit.
Yeah, it was. It was like,
remember?
I don't know, what was his nickname? It was like his nickname or something, like his wrestling nickname or something.
Crippler,
like
Crossface,
something Angel or something.
Pegasus.
Angel Pegasus, something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
Angel Pegasus. Was that definitely based off from Benoit though?
Yeah, because their profile picture was.
Okay. Well, it was something Pegasus. So
Wild Pegasus.
Wild Pegasus.
Okay. That's what it was.
So someone named Wild Pegasus has said, "Hey, Matt, I really think you should meet Reby Sky. She's awesome. And I think you would like her. I think you guys would get along really well.
So random.
This is someone I think you would be great with if you guys ever went out on a date. So you should check her out or send her a message." And then that's how it started, just from the very tweet.
Yeah, but she was relentless. It wasn't just like one tweet and that's it. She would tweet like several times a week for a couple weeks.
Well, she was a matchmaker.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, she took credit. Actually, when we got married, I looked for her online and the username was no longer valid, but they've since reinstated it.
Oh, yeah,
because I was going to try to invite her to the wedding. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because everyone was like, "Oh my God, you got to invite this girl," when we told the story somewhere else. But yeah, I had just broken up with some fuckboy, and the girl had, I guess seen me lamenting on the internet, like, "Oh, my life is over. Fucking, I'm single. Fuck men. Like, I hate my life." And she had tweeted me like, "Oh, you should talk to this guy." No reason, zero reason, no connection whatsoever. I've never spoken one word to him a day in my life. So it's so random. "You should talk to Matt Hardy." And the tweet was like, "They're both sweet and they've both been through heartache." Wow. Okay. Like okay. And so they make a great couple. And I said some sarcastic thing like, "Oh yeah. Okay. I'll let you know when we get married or whatever." And then we had been booked for the same show that was about an hour from me in Buttfuck Poughkeepsie,
of all
New
York
places. And she had seen that he was going to be there and I was going to be there. And she, "Oh, are you guys going to meet up?" And I'm just being a smartass. And I was like, "Well, how else are we supposed to consummate the marriage? Right? Because this girl is like relentless. Like, you guys need to meet. You are meant to be. You will be together." And I was like, "Yeah, okay. We're going to go. We're going to meet him."
Maybe she was on to something.
Well, we didn't consummate it that night. Okay. I ain't that type of girl, but not far off.
Not far off.
Well, it's like we met and we were like kind of like, inseparable since kind
of super flirty.
Kind of super flirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're super flirty with everyone. You're just like a hoe.
Not like you.
Nah.
I'm not super flirty with everyone like I am with you.
Oh, I thought you were calling me.
Yeah,
it's like, bitch, I don't like nobody. I don't flirt with nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody.
You ain't never been a hoe back in the day?
No. Once upon a time, no.
So was it an instant?
I was a virgin when I met him, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's that must be.
I was just about to ask you if that was fact or not fiction. So was it this instantaneous attraction from both of you to one another? Because when you see a tweet like that, that's like in the back of your head as you're meeting each other. Oh, wait, they said that I should meet him and I should meet her. Was it instantaneous like that?
I remember asking you to come eat with us, right? And we all went to, was it Ruby Tuesdays?
It was TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays. TGI Fridays.
So crazy because I just told this story on TikTok today.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there you have it. This was meant to be.
Our romantic love story about how you romanced me standing on a toilet over the stall partition in the bathroom of a TGI Fridays.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Listen, we're getting deep into this origin story.
And it was the female bathroom too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were kind of
I followed her in.
I don't know what it was, but I feel like I was just trying to one up him all night. Like I didn't.
You were. We were very competitive.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, because me and MVP were doing this horse shit, and we wrestled that night, and we were doing the like, I'm better than you. I can one up you. I can one up you. So she took the gig too, and she took it serious. She said, I'll take it to another level. And we were doing that with each other, trying to one up.
Yeah. So it's like, who could eat the most? Who could drink the fastest? Who could whatever the fuck? I don't even know. So then I was like, okay, I got to go pee. And this motherfucker follows me into the bathroom stall. Okay, look, don't cancel him. It was a different time.
No. It wasn't your bathroom stall. I went to an independent bathroom stall.
No. Oh, into the bathroom, not the bathroom stall. Again, I'm not that type of girl. Into the women's bathroom. And so we're in, share, stalls next to each other. There's a little wall, okay? It's,
privacy.
Right. Chastity. And then it turned into a pissing contest, right? It's like, why the hell are you in the bathroom? You're going to try and piss faster than me too? By the way, he got pee shy. I won, of course. So I peed for. Anyway,
I didn't even have to pee.
Oh, okay. You're just being weird.
That's true love right there. That's true love. You didn't even have to pee. You just wanted to be with you.
Into the bathroom. No, and then he starts going like that guy from Home Improvement, the neighbor that like goes over. Yeah. Like, hey, what's up? Fucking howdy. This mother, he goes over. He's standing on the toilet. Over the bathroom stall, like trying to have a conversation. I was like, bro, I guess this is what we're doing. So I'm standing on the toilet and we're having a conversation. And it's like, 10 minutes. I don't even remember what we talked about. It was the original Thoughts from the Throne.
That is, yeah.
That's funny. No, okay. He used to have a YouTube series called Thoughts from the Throne. He'd sit on the throne. Okay. Anyway.
That's on a real throne, but we're on the figurative throne.
Figurative throne.
In the bathroom.
We were in public toilets. Yeah. Great. So anyway, I remember we go outside and this is crazy. I literally just got a text and I could literally pull it up. I just got a text from Kevin Keenan. He texted me literally, when was this? Today at 8:36. It's 9:16. And I got a little more insight from that interaction, actually, because like I said,
which interaction?
That night, because I just said I posted on TikTok. Yeah. So Kevin seen it and he said there was a waitress who tried to go into the bathroom. MVP chatted her up for like 10 minutes.
Oh, he was blocking the door. He was protecting the door
because he thought we was in there banging in the freaking TGI. And Bobby, it was not like that. Okay, we were having a pissing contest.
I don't think he thought that.
No, yes, of course he did.
And
I'm sure you egged it on too because when we walked out the bathroom,
we were conversing. Damn it!
When we walked out the bathroom,
I love to converse.
He was like, "Oh, hey, brother, what? Yeah, okay, yeah,
thank you, brother. Fluffy fish. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Didn't even pay out there, brother.
He was giving me the eye like this, bitch. Like, what? Got in the bathroom for 20 minutes over here. No. Anyway. Yeah, so that was the night we met.
Wow. That's, we've told stories on this podcast before about Matt Hardy going into urinal stalls with Michael P.S. Hayes, and they end much differently than that one did. And I'm really happy to hear that. So you could have ended up with urine on you, Reby, and thank goodness you didn't.
You mean to say I wasn't the first?
Michael Hayes and the Freebirds. That was their gimmick, brother.
Yeah, great. Okay.
They didn't have pissing contests. They had contests to pee on one another. That's legitimate.
Okay.
And he did that to Jeff one night.
He peed on Jeff.
Yeah. He held his penis as tight as he could get.
Who held whose penis?
Michael held his penis.
Whose penis?
He held his own penis. He held his own penis, and then the top got.
He held his penis. Like motherfucker, you gotta hold me in suspense. Whose penis? Whose penis are we holding?
He's holding his own penis, the penis that he owns, that is attached to his vessel.
I mean, once you piss on him, I guess that's your penis.
And he's holding the penis, and then the top, the head gets real red, and it's going.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Growing. And then Jeff's in the stall beside me. He lets it go. Ooh, and he goes. When he goes flying all the way over.
That is not how it works.
Oh,
it's not a guy. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
We have a fellow.
I was there. We have
a fellow man here. Is that how it works?
If you were to hold it long enough, it would probably be projectile.
And it's painful too. It hurts to hold it like that.
Yes, because there's nowhere for it to go.
That's what he did. That was like his whole gimmick. Everybody's like, "Woo, do the pee trick," in the old days. Yeah. Woo, whoa, do the beat trick. I can't wait to see it. We love it at parties.
Yeah, right. And everyone's like, bring back the Attitude Era. No.
Check out the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy archives, Michael PSA's episode. You can hear more about that story there.
I'll get on that, yeah.
But so you guys, you come across, you cross paths. There's some degree of attraction here, obviously. Matt, when was it that you knew that this might be something different?
I mean, we stayed in contact pretty closely following that, and she's very good at staying in contact. Like, I mean, if she has something she's interested in or intrigued with or into, she like stays on top of it. So it was great for me on that side. But like, I knew like she seemed very special, very sweet, very smart, very charismatic, obviously very beautiful. So we just stayed in contact. We kept seeing each other. I know you traveled here, and I would see you when I was in the area. We would do everything that we could, right, to try and make it work out. And I felt like in the beginning, like we dated, but then there was like this feel like it was a little something more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm giving my standpoint. I don't know if it's yours.
Okay.
I can't speak for you.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to close on. Bye-bye.
And that's
speaking of that, I need to interrupt real quick and hit my Matt fact for the episode.
Oh.
Please.
You ready? No, stay in. You need to be in on this.
Oh, okay.
Matt fact, Matt loves making children with Rebecca Hardy.
Perfect timing.
Sorry.
Perfect timing. Right on cue.
There you have it.
We're going to talk about the House Hardy, but so Reby, when was it for you that you knew that Matt could be something different here?
I feel like maybe it was like our first date. I always remember it because, sometimes music just sticks with you, especially when it's connected to a memory. So we had gone to Universal Studios, the theme park. And that was like our first official, I guess, time that we hung out. And it was like a date because I was booked at TNA and obviously he was working there at the time. So I think I stayed an extra day or we went the day before. So I don't even know, but we worked it out. We went. And I remember we spent the day at the theme park and I'm going to sidetrack here because part of the reason why I was like, wow, this guy's cool as hell is because I walk fast.
This is great. You should share this.
I walk fast everywhere I go. Like I don't got time for shit. Like,
sure.
Being from New York, if you're 1 second late to anything, you might miss the train. You might miss an opportunity. You know what I mean? So everything you do, you got to go. Because if you could be 1 second late and it could change your life. You know what I mean? So
I got to tell you though, if anyone ever passes Rebecca Hardy in her grocery store, document it and send it to me because it will never happen. Shopping with her is like a workout. It's intense. I can't keep up with it.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm walking through the theme park, right? Like you want to get through all the rides. You want to get it done. You don't want to, just walk in the heat and dawdle and stuff. Okay. So he was walking fast too. And he was like, oh, this is cool that you're so fast. Like, it's cool to find someone who could like keep up with me. I like walking fast too.
Wow.
Bro, when I tell you, this is the slowest man I have ever met in my life. I have never met a slower walker. It was like that first day he was like, he had the facade up and I was like, damn, this guy's cool as fuck. Like, he's like,
he walks fast.
He walks fast. He's fine. Like, he's cute. Like, he's okay. And he's fat. I don't got to be dragging him through. You know what I mean? Nope. What a liar. You were just putting on a front. You were just trying to stunt. You were trying to stunt the feet.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Anyway, so
New York Minute.
The slowest motherfucker in the whole universe because I couldn't pay you to walk fast now. Anyway, it's the end of the day and we were like so tired from walking fast, I guess. And we were like sitting by this fountain in Universal and there was this Sheryl Crow song that came out. We were just like so exhausted and just like leaning on each other. I was like, man, this feels different. Like, I hope I'm not catching feelings for this fucking guy. And that was it. And I was thinking that song and I was kind of thinking that day that was it. I was like, this is probably going to end up like being my boyfriend. Not just like a guy. No, but it worked out.
Wow. I think so.
We were just at Universal and I was thinking about that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so cool because you guys on the surface are so different. But at the same time, there is this mutual understanding of one another that allows you both to come together and form the perfect team. And that is, it's truly, as an observer, and you have millions of fans out there, they see it too, that you guys are so unique in that sense. What is the key to having balance in that dynamic and understanding one another when you do come from such different backgrounds?
I would say, as she reprimands one of our many children.
No, I'm just opening the juice.
No, right. I would certainly say that I think the biggest thing is that we both really understand compromise now. And that's very important. And that's, I think that's tough for a lot of people in relationships. In the beginning, when everything is, there's that new feel on everything. There's that new coat of paint, so to say, because you've just got together and everything's so new and fresh and clean and shiny.
Great. Yeah.
Everything's so good. But once you get past that honeymoon stage, you do realize that, they're another human being. They obviously have their imperfections like any human being does. And you understand how to work with one another, and you also understand how to compromise. And that's the I think what has been the most successful with us as our relationship has went on over the years. We've really learned how to compromise, and we understand how each other are different. And I think we respect that to a degree. And we've got to the point where we don't try and change one another. We just accept the other one is this or the other one is that. And I think our biggest bonding factor is that more than anything, we both share the same goals. We both share the same dreams. We have the same dreams of like raising these kids and turning them into productive human beings and making sure they're raised right and they mature and evolve right. And that's like our same goal. And having that goal is the ultimate bonding point, I think.
Yeah.
What would you like to add to that?
+1. No, I mean, I think you said it all. Pretty much, I think the most important part is to not focus on any deficiencies, just focus on the person's strengths. Not everyone is good at everything all the time, and just focus on what they are good at.
Well, the thing is,
it's not going to be walking fast, but it's going to be a whole bunch of other good stuff. Focus on the good.
I'm from the Northeast as well, Reby. I grew up in a similar environment to you, right outside New York City. It's hustle bustle, it's nonstop. And I know when I go to restaurants, even like I'm in Nashville right now, and things take for fucking ever. And I'm just like ready to.
They got nowhere to go. They got nowhere to go.
I'm ready to. And so, and I know Matt, and Matt's much more easygoing and laissez-faire. How much of an adjustment was that for you in trying to get comfortable with that?
It was a lot. It still is a lot sometimes, because I know he has it in him. He just chooses when to turn it on and off. So I feel like there's a time and place for urgency. For me, it's all the time. I feel like when I really need it, I expect him to turn it on, and I think he's good at that. I don't expect it all the time, but I feel like he gets now when something has urgency, and I'm like, literally now, like he'll get it together.
I will. And I can say for you too, I can tell as you've matured and you've evolved over the years as well. Like there are times where you'll actually relax and kind of like slow down a little bit and just kind of like take it all in. It's not often that you do that, but there are times that you do. And I enjoy when you do that. Because I get worried about your stress levels, because I know like you'll go, got to do this, got to do that, got to do that. Being very stressful. I do like it when you just breathe and kind of like take your time and slow down and relax. Those days are nice. Even like when we watch Stranger Things now, and you'll sit there and
what am I going to do? Fast forward?
No, but it's just, for you to actually sit there for 2 hours and not focus on doing anything else. I mean, that's a win.
And that is true.
Because you never do that.
I'm forced to multitask. Nowadays I'm forced to multitask, but my whole life I've kind of chosen to multitask because there's always 100 things that I want to get done all the time. There's 100 things I want to learn all the time at the same time. So yeah, I guess it is hard to just ever sit down and do one thing, because I'm like, I could be doing this. I could be making a dress. I could be reading, like 100 other things. So,
I mean, there'd be times where I say like, hey, watch this. I really want you to see that I did this. Or
no. And you'll show me a 7-minute long wrestling promo. Nobody has time for that.
No, but what I'm talking about is like you'll start watching, and then like you're on your phone, and then you start doing this, and you're knitting over here on the side, and you're like still listening to and watching. I was like, oh my God, if you're doing all these different things.
But I'm watching.
Yeah, but you're not really, you're not intaking it like you should. I love the fact that you sit back there, you sit back there, and every time we've watched 2 episodes. and she'll just sit there and for 2 hours, it's just like nothing, no phones, no children, just sit there and enjoy it. It's been so great. We do it late at night.
Facts.
I think it's really cool that both of you are so extravagant in your own respective ways. Matt Hardy is this closeted, major, theatrical, larger than life personality that we know can come out on a moment's notice. And Reby, you are so cultured with the dancing and you're a tremendous musician and your taste for decor and everything. People see this stuff on your TikTok, your Instagram, everywhere. You both are very uniquely extravagant in that. Have you guys taken time to appreciate that about one another in any way?
I mean, I definitely all the time. Like I compliment her TikTok. Her TikTok's great. Wrestling fans tell me all the time. And I say this, and I'm not saying it sarcastic. I mean, I might say it because she thinks it's a joke, but like when I say she's a TikTok influencer, I am serious. And I mean it as a compliment.
No. But he says
it's not.
He says influencer. He didn't say TikTok influencer. He says like, oh, influencer.
No,
like when you
Reby.
call Jeff a rock star.
But I mean, he is.
Reby.
I mean, he is. I mean, that's a quality.
I know he is, and I am technically an influencer, but it's how you say it. Like, oh yeah.
No,
TikTok
Reby,
influencer.
legitimately, he and I were at the convention this past week, and we were talking to Candace Michelle and her partner that was there, and she literally said, "Matt, your wife is the most incredible TikTok account that I follow." Like legitimately, I had a friend who was like, "So if you know Matt Hardy, that means you know Reby Hardy, right?" I love her TikToks. It's true. I mean,
that's cute.
you have an influence there.
Well, thanks.
I'm dead serious.
It's hard work. I know it just seems like selfie. It's a lot of work.
No, it is.
Coming up with material and content and consistency and
editing. And I'm there for it. I said, whatever you need me to say, whatever you need me to do. And a pretty big Matt fact is Matt is not fond of dancing, but Matt will try and dance, whatever you can do on her TikTok. And I'll just say, go ahead. I'll say whatever you want. I'll wear whatever you want and make fools of me.
Ass.
As long as it continues to build your status as a TikTok influencer. I'm good for it. I'm there for it.
Oh God. Thanks.
Well, we talked about a lot on our Becoming Broken series, but Queen Rebecca was an instrumental character in the Broken universe, and that Broken Hardy family became an entity that wrestling fans really grew to identify with. Was there any hesitance to get Reby involved, Matt, on that stage? Obviously, Reby, you had a wrestling background, so that wasn't a worry, but to be thrust into this unique experience, and then Reby, what were your initial reactions to the whole Broken character?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought it was great. I feel like I was constantly like throwing ideas out for it. And I liked how it kind of had elements of musical theater and Broadway, with the hair. I wanted it like Sweeney Todd, there was Phantom of the Opera references in every promo that I did when I announced him out before he became Broken. It was from the piano and the costuming and stuff. It was right up my alley for sure. I was looking through old pictures actually from literally high school. Mm-hmm. And I am wearing a Broken Matt Hardy coat. Like it is a black version of that coat. And I'm pretty sure it's from the store where we bought the first ever version in New York, which that store closed down. I'm so sad. Anyway. But yeah, it was right in my alley and I loved it. And I loved it incorporating the baby King Maxwell, my first kid, I couldn't be separated from him. So if he wasn't part of it, I couldn't have been part of it because I was just like so connected to this child, couldn't let him out of my sight, could never leave him at home. So.
Even John, to give you some backstory in everything, like Big John Gabrick had offered her a contract and Dave Lagana, they were going to sign her
after knockdown.
Yeah, but whenever they called, we just found out she was pregnant with Maxwell.
The week before.
Yeah. We just learned that. So obviously that was turned down. After Maxwell was born, I said, Big, I think now is the opportunity. If we're going to go, and he was all sold on doing the double term between myself and EC3, which you can also see in our archives. And I said, I think the key to really solidifying me is becoming a heel. I think she is the key as my wife, and let her be the little voice that gets inside my head. Like, no, you have to stop giving and start taking, which I feel like generally in pro wrestling, I'm a pretty giving guy. I'm more giving than most people are, so that was kind of, built out of reality a little bit, but she's like, no, stop giving and start taking. And that has kind of led to Big Money Matt, obviously. And like, she was kind of like the motivating factor that kept me being a real piece of shit and, kept me focused on, win the championship. And that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. Win the championship. It didn't make a difference whose back you have to break, whose neck you have to snap, win the championship and win and make money.
Do you like
I never did nothing for wrestling.
Do you like being that vindictive, evil character, Reby?
That is my favorite. That was my favorite. Dave Lagana and TNA were so amazing and just having faith in me and giving me a live mic and let me go out there and just talk shit. I mean, looking back, I'm like, wow, that is ballsy. Like they really they really just said, here you go. You know what I mean? Like they were so cool, but yeah, it was fun. That was, that's my dream come true. Go on there and antagonize people. Are you kidding me? Best job ever.
Out there and antagonize Jeff.
Yeah. That's a dream come true.
I mean, but look though, we saw
method acting.
We saw the metamorphosis of that though, and it became this beloved, just enigmatic experience. This whole broken Hardy and the house Hardy became so incorporated. Your father, the kids. Was there any hesitance from your behalf, Reby, to get the family involved and take back that extra layer and let everyone into your lives like that?
No, because it was very produced. It wasn't like reality TV. We were very much involved in the whole creative process. They were very receptive to any ideas that, obviously that Matt had, that I had. If I ever said no to anything, no one was ever going to push it, so it was very much like a joint effort, a creative, collaborative bubble. So there was never any like, I don't know about this. Like there was a lot of trust there on both sides.
I mean, I'm not excited for Maxwell to be 12 or 13 years old. Obviously I want him to stay 7 as little as he can forever, but I can't wait until Max was like totally mentally sufficient enough to kind of like understand what he did, and like comprehend it all and look back at it. And I really wonder what his opinion of it is going to be.
He was 1 year old having a wrestling match on television.
I mean, he was
like,
on,
even now after like 3 more babies, I couldn't imagine any of the other babies doing that, to be honest. Like Maxwell was like a special kid. So it's crazy to even think of that. And,
you're talking about the match he had against Spud, right?
Yeah. But I mean, since he was on the road, literally from 6 weeks old on, it was just like, didn't even think twice about it because it's all he knew. It's all we knew. We were just like, okay, fucking Partridge Family. Like, let's take the show on the road. Like, get in the bus. Like, let's go. So never really thought twice. But looking back now, I'm like, that's crazy.
The greatest appearance Maxwell ever did was whenever we came out for like a night of champions at TNA. And Bobby Lashley was the world champion. I had the tag titles, and I was rocking it for myself and Jeff because Jeff was hurt, and all the other champs came out. But there was a point where the whole crowd we were introducing, and I did my whole broken spiel, and the last person was going to be the world heavyweight champion, Bobby Lashley, and the entire crowd started chanting King Maxwell, and he just came in the middle of it, and he heard them. He's saying,
yeah.
I mean, he is a newly turned 1-year-old baby at this time.
Yeah.
And he was clapping. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing, kid? This kid better get out of here stealing on my statement." And then Bobby like cuts an impromptu promo on him. It was absolutely amazing. So you can still see this gif of like Maxwell
there holding his own,
and there's 800 people or whatever in this venue
screaming his name.
700, 800 people just chanting Maxwell. It was so amazing that he didn't like tear up and totally sink in and melt.
No, he was made for it.
He's a baby.
So glad that we have
anything could happen, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I want to know from you though, Reby, as you see these Broken Hardys getting bigger and bigger. They're obviously one of the most decorated tag teams ever at that point. And eventually they return to WWE at WrestleMania. You guys are running up the stairs. We've all seen the video of it. It's this crazy experience, and they make their return in front of 70,000 shocked fans. Was that a moment for you when the enormity of the lives that your husband and his brother are living, did that really sink in for you at that point?
I was thinking more short term as opposed to like the legacy mentality. I was just thinking of, the last year, the last couple months, the recent lawsuits that I was involved in, all of the drama, all of the ups and downs that led to that moment. that's kind of what was in my mind.
Yeah.
And also just to keep breathing, because I was 8.5 months pregnant in 4-inch heels running up 5 flights of steps.
With a baby on you.
With a baby on my back. Yeah, that was insane. But I mean, I always remember that visual, and I even incorporated it into the pinball machine that I designed for him. It's actually behind us. Of walking down that long, it was a WrestleMania where there was a long ass ramp. It took forever, but just being back there and seeing it, and he just looked so happy. And it just seemed like he was right where he was supposed to be. And like everything had paid off, and all the drama and all the bullshit and all the work. It was like career validation. It was, a reward for busting his ass. A lot of people were saying like he was over, a flop, like he's done, nothing without Jeff, like all that fucking horseshit that people love to say. And here he came and he reinvented himself, and it was kind of like a victory and a big fuck you to like everybody. And you know me, I love a big fuck you to everybody more than anyone. Okay. So that was it was a magical moment. It was beautiful.
I do love that. Whenever I came back, she said, "I was so proud of you. Like I
was crying.
You look so happy."
I was crying,
and that was very special.
This day, I can't watch that footage without tearing up. I mean, I couldn't watch it at all for a long time because I would just burst out crying. Yeah. Just it's a lot emotional moment.
Yeah, it was for a lot of people, and for you to see that firsthand, it really. Must have been something so special for you guys. The last thing I want to hit on this part here, Reby, Matt and I talked a lot about it. We did our episode on mental health and addiction a couple months ago, and it was really one of the most vulnerable experiences I've ever had on air. And seeing Matt talk about some of his struggles over the years, the one commonality that he kept coming back to was that, and he said this verbatim, he had his ride or die, and that was you. Someone who helped push him through those hard and challenging times, turning back the clock. And how difficult was that for you to be there in those times for him? But how important was it for you to help get him through those?
Oh, you said that? That's so nice. It was... It's hard to talk about because personally, like for me, that was some of the worst times in my life, because it's really hard to keep yourself together and stay strong and try and be there for someone when you feel like they're just disappointing you on purpose, even though that may not actually be the case. It was hard. How I had to get through it was just education, really, like a ton of self-help books and a ton of like NAAA meetings and support groups, and educating myself on how to make myself better so that I could try and help him. Of course, like I can't make him do anything. I mean, I can try. I did try.
Yeah,
I did the most that she can. Yeah. So, but just to work on myself so that I could help him. And it was hard. And kind of all of that went, before you die, they say you have a flashback of your life. And it kind of goes back to that WrestleMania moment, like all that kind of flashed through my eye, it flashed by my eyes, and that happened. And it was kind of the end. I feel like it was the end. Yeah.
I mean, I know I've said this before, but I am lucky to have had you and your personality and your willpower and just the way you act. A lot of people would have just like left and said, fuck you, or fucked off. You know what I mean? But like,
and you would have died.
But you stayed on my ass, you know what I mean? And saw me through. And that's something that I will always love you dearly for, and that's very important.
Thanks.
It's your ride or die. It's your ride or die, man. I think that's the most truly gripping and human element of any relationship, when someone has those kinds of struggles and their other half is there for them to help them get through it. I was just watching Kurt Angle's documentary on A&E, and Giovanna talked a lot about she was there for him when Kurt was going through all his insane addiction issues that he had. And it's a true testament to the bond you have, the commonalities you have, and you're an enormously impactful presence in his life, Reby. And there's a lot of fans out there who are extremely grateful for you. And I just hope that you're cognizant of that, because there are people who are very grateful for the service that you did for Matt Hardy. And that's just reality. It's Matt fact. It's not Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Reality. And I mean, and on top of that too, like, whenever I leave here to go out and make a living to bring home income to my family, I mean, she's the one that stays at home with 4 kids. And that's a huge task. And on top of that, she's like a super mom, because not only is she making them stuff and doing stuff, she's always changing their rooms. She's always updating it. I mean, she is so good as a mom in that capacity. And because the pandemic hit right when Maxwell was going to start going to school, and we were like unsure of what to do, she started homeschooling the kids, and that's worked out great. Maxwell, it's unbelievable how well Maxwell can read now. I mean, he can read like a 10-year-old kid. He just turned 7.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So she does a great job with that. So those are just more reasons, more amazing attributes she has, which makes her so special and extraordinary.
Too nice. Thank you. Very nice.
But that's true.
I do always say you're my favorite Hardy, Reby, just for the record. I want to make that very clear.
Oh, yeah. You're scared of me. That's why you say that.
Tiny Dreamer. List them all. They're all scared.
Oh, well, cool. That's what I want.
That's what you're going for.
Do you want to be loved or feared? Bitch, I want to be feared.
Little Michael Scott there. I like that. Before we get into our little last portion here, because I want to play a fun little game with you guys. Matt, you're talking about feeling good, man, these days. Well, I know you're feeling good because of your AG1s. Athletic Greens is teaming with the Matt Hardy podcast, The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, to present AG1s. I started taking AG1s because I know that I got this little dad bod going on here. I need to get that gut health in check. I need to get
with AG1s. They're very good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, 1 scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamin minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right. It's a special blend of ingredients supporting that gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, aging, all those things. And it's lifestyle friendly, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free. It contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, while still tasting good. And here's the reality.
John.
Yes.
They're scrumptious. AG1s are scrumptious. They're delectable. AG1s are how I kick off every single day. And it's also a joy because it tastes so good.
And it costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health. It's cheaper than your cold brew habit. It's cheaper than getting all those different supplements yourself. You're investing in an all-in-one nutritional insurance. And now it's time to reclaim your health. Arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, just 1 scoop in a cup of water every single day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And AG1s, Athletic Greens, we're going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you got to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Hardy. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/Hardy to take ownership over your health. Pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D. And how many free travel packs, Matt Hardy?
5. 5.
Hitting the beats there, buddy. Athleticgreens.com/Hardy. And we thank them for sponsoring this podcast. Yeah, he's good at this. He's getting good at this, Reby.
What the hell he was saying at first, because the speaker is on and he's all fucking muffled. That's why he's like, I couldn't understand what the hell he was trying to say. Now I figured it out, but that's why I was looking at him. Like, who the fuck are you talking about? Okay, got it. Yeah. Take your vitamins.
Matt Hardy's very good at whoring himself out for products. It's really impressive. It takes a lot of intestinal
for products.
Well, I want to play a little game with you guys here because I had a bunch of people reach out to me this past week when we announced that we were going to be talking about Reby, and they said, you got to play the wedding shoe game. Have you ever heard of the wedding shoe game, you guys?
Oh, the shoe you put, yeah.
So we don't have a shoe with us. That's fine. So basically, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to count you down from 3, and you're going to either point to your partner or you're going to point to yourself if it describes you best. Okay.
Got
so a little game
to
here.
The person the statement is relevant to.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So here's our first question here. Who's more romantic? 3, 2, 1,
what did he
go.
Say?
Who's more romantic?
Romantic? Oh, well, not you, bitch. Yeah.
Why is that, Reby? You're more romantic?
You heard my toilet bowl story, right? And that's the kind of the extent of it.
Okay.
No,
I have to look him in the face and say, love me, be romantic to me.
I have come a long ways.
He has.
And I have learned a lot over the years, especially
raised by wolves, you know.
Yeah, I was literally raised by wolves.
I've had to rear him
in the woods, you know, because our mom died before myself or Jeff were mentally capable to really talk to her, understand her. So we never learned anything from a lady figure or a woman in our life.
Socially inept, yes.
I grown quite a bit over the years, and that just wait till our birthday. I'm gonna surprise her big.
Oh,
okay.
That'll be tomorrow. Whenever this is airing, it is tomorrow. The big surprise is airing.
Okay.
I like this.
I'm ready.
Yeah, raised by the legend. I don't know if you got those ladylike characteristics driven to you in your childhood. So I understand that. I get that. Okay. Who's more likely to fall asleep in front of the TV? 3, 2, 1. Matt Hardy. Okay. You're a snoozer, Matt?
I mean, if I'm tired, I'll go to sleep, especially if I'm still like, I know she'll go and she'll keep moving and moving. If I sit there and especially when my schedule's been intense or I haven't slept a lot, I haven't slept sufficiently. If I sit down and I get comfortable somewhere, I will fall asleep.
Okay. I've got a good one here. Who gives a better massage?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sensual hands there, Matt Hardy?
I get a lot of requests for it, so I guess I've had practice.
Every time I'm pregnant, he's the best. He really is. He's a great partner. When I'm pregnant, he would rub me every night. That's probably why I ended up pregnant too.
Okay. There you go. Exactly. Okay. Here's a good one. Who has the crazier family? 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow. Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Oh
imagine this fucked up mess, and then mine is
literally that one was like that was a tie. It was a deadline.
It took me a second, but yeah.
You crossed the finish line iota before me. An iota.
The Bariquas from Queens. It's a little crazier. Yeah.
There's a lot of ingredients in that pot.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Let's see. We got who's more dramatic? 3, 2, 1, go.
I knew you were going to point to me.
Yeah. Well, of course you did.
This will be the first one that we would disagree on.
Oh no.
They pointed at each other, guys. What's the rationale behind that, Reby? Why is he the more dramatic one?
Yeah, what's the rationale behind that?
You probably spend more time with him than I do. I mean, you tell me, motherfucker. Are you really asking that question? You know this man for more than 5 minutes. You will be able to answer that question. Very dramatic. Very dramatic.
I am not dramatic. I think you.
Did you record the beginning of this fucking podcast when he's crying about a headphone and all that? Roll that tape. That's it.
But if they record it too, you're the one that said you want to have the headphones.
Right.
And I just said, can we just do it without?
I'm
very good. Once again, you compromise.
He sounds like the fucking teacher from Charlie Brown, bro.
He sounds great to me. If you take off your headphones.
Okay.
I love this. This is so great. Okay, let's see. Now, this one's interesting because I could see this going either way. Who's more likely to max out their credit card? 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're going with Reby here.
Not going either way. He's so cheap. He ain't buying shit. He does not buy anything at all ever. Like once a year, he'll go shopping. Like it's definitely me.
Big money.
You can definitely tell who like really thinks about money. Like, okay, well, we've spent this. We need to save. And who just says, fuck it, just spend it. It's
not
coming in.
Fuck it. Not fuck. No, I'm very like financially aware. I'm not just like I'm not out here dripping in fucking Gucci.
I was hoping you were going to say I'm very financially savvy. I was hoping that's the word you were going to use. I'm very financially savvy.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to release an ebook. No. I mean, I feel like when you think of like typical like wrestling wife or like athlete's wife, like you're not going to think of somebody like me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not out here like trying to stunt, trying to ball. Like I buy stuff that will like enrich our home, or I buy shit like for our kids. It's It's not just like frivolous, like making it rain on these hoes. Like,
I'm not disagreeing with any of that.
okay.
I think that comes with how you grew up, right, Reby? Like in Queens, in the boroughs, you're out there, and it's really, you're just surrounded by that hustle bustle, and I don't know, it's just different. It's different.
I'm just trying to throw it around.
Yeah,
My mindset certainly comes from how I grew up, because I grew up like super dirt poor. So I'm very like, once again, pro wrestling, I've been doing, as we've said many times, 30 years coming up October 15th. I have no knowledge, and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. So it's very important to me to establish and have a lot of money set back that you have, and that you're safe and secure. So that's always in the back of my mind too, because I'm always thinking about, I don't want just us to be okay, but I want to have some stuff for my kids too, so they have a bit of a head start, especially more than I ever had.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
The gaggle.
The gaggle. I got two more for you here. Who's more likely to steal all the covers on a cold night?
Oh, no, we don't sleep together anymore.
Yeah, sure.
We don't sleep in the same bed.
I think that
Would it be me?
Though.
I don't even.
I think so if it was chilly.
Okay, it might be.
So I'd fall asleep and I wouldn't even wake up. Like, she'll wake up if a pin drops.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a light sleeper.
I'm a mother.
Yeah.
I need to.
She like, and once I go to sleep, I'm done. I'll wake up and I'll just be cold in the morning.
Dad privilege. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably me.
And here's the last one. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
Oh, I have the answer for this. I do. And he lets it happen because he knows they're coming off later anyway. Hey. No, it's him. It's him. We're pretty equal. I do have, just with like a Hispanic upbringing, like traditional family roles are kind of ingrained in me. As like progressive as I am about stuff like that.
There's a big duality though. And you're right, where we're both very equal when it comes to that, as far as like deciding futures and plans and which direction we're going to take our children or what we're going to do. I do feel like it's very equal on that level.
He's still daddy though.
Yeah.
Daddy.
I love that. We to round us out here, we got a few Ask Matt questions about Reby and to Reby that the fans wanted to know here. So we got Francis says, when you met Matt, when did you know that he was the one? You just mentioned that you had the little day at Universal and you saw, okay, this guy might be long term, but when was it that you knew he was the one?
Hi, Francis. Thank you for the question. After we had sex.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Why are you laughing?
I mean, it's a great answer. I fully subscribe to that answer. I advocate that answer.
I wasn't sure, but we had sex. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That's the long-term dick. That's it. I got you.
That's that. One day. Not one day.
One dick. One
There
dick.
you go.
Oh God, that's funny.
So Matt, on the Wives podcast, at the end of every show, we say one dick. That's our farewell. And
Reby, nobody prepped me for this. So we're all, okay, bye. Thanks for and they're all going, one dick. It's like, bitch, the fuck is this?
And we say it, and Reby goes, make it a big one.
I had no context. So I mean, one big, make it a big one, Bobby.
And that is now, I now say that at the end of every single episode in tribute to Rebecca there. So
good advice.
Okay, so that's good. Okay. Let's see. Brother Zero says, at Reby Hardy, are you as sweet and cheerful in real life as you sound on the hashtag House Hardy Twitch stream, except for the occasional Reby rant?
Yes. People have this terrible idea of me that I'm just like this raging, like angry person who just hates everything. And like part of that is true, but it has to be triggered. It has to, you know what I mean? I'm not just like that by default. You know, it just happens to be that there's a lot of stupid motherfuckers who like to press buttons, which I've been getting better. I don't even respond to it anymore, you know, but I feel like my default is a pretty like chill, like calm, accommodating, nice, cordial person.
I mean, it's very obvious, you know, being a Boricua.
And there's like Southern nice, and then there's like fucking real world nice. And I say that there's a huge difference. You know, in the South, if you're not like brushing their hair and calling them pet names, you're a bitch, you know? But like in New York, I'm probably nicer than most. You know what I mean? So it's
It's just like, well, too, I feel like that, like I'm very like, I'm very leveled off, you know, like, and I'm pretty in control of my emotions. I feel like I've gotten better, especially with you, because no one would drive me crazier than you if we were on different pages about something, because you're very intense. But when I say intense, I'm going to say it as a compliment, because like when things are great, they're the best ever. You know, her passion is like through the roof and the best ever whenever she's happy. But if she's in a bad mood and like you've done something wrong and she's pissed off, like, oh my God, it's a nightmare. You know what I mean? It's just like, you don't want to have to deal with that. You don't want to have to deal with her wrath. But when it's good, it's the most amazing stuff ever.
There you go.
There you go.
Very nice person. Thank you for the question.
I love that. Austin asks, how proud were you of Matt when he finally won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship?
That was nice. Super proud. And it was nice that we got to be there and got in the ring. And it was like a special little,
yeah,
little
we did
moment
together too. It was cool.
Yeah. And just that it was like the, there's some discrepancy. Like some people say, oh, never won a world title. But the TNA one, I feel like was the first one that no one can say shit. Like that's it. Like that is the world title. So that was like a huge deal, a big accomplishment. That was cool.
I love that.
Super proud.
I love that.
I framed it up real big and I put it in the gym.
Yeah, I love the whole belt display that you guys have there. That's so cool with all the different replicas. That's awesome. We got two more here and then we'll bring things to a close. We got from Matty P, one of our loyal Extreme Life of Matt Hardy listeners. He says, what are the most adorable trait or traits of each member of House Hardy that Reby enjoys? Also, happy early birthday.
What did he say?
I'll repeat the question. He says, what are the most adorable trait or traits of each member of House Hardy that Reby enjoys, and happy early birthday?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Traits of each person.
The most adorable traits of each person of House Hardy, all the House Hardy members.
Okay. Evie, because she's sweet and she's a princess. Barty, because he's super charismatic. He's definitely going to be like the breakout of the boys, I feel like. Wolfie, super creative, just super creative, always like dancing and painting and building things. Maxwell, because he's super, really, really empathetic, really in tune with his feelings, cares about other people, just a sweet, kind person. Senior Benjamin, because he's the fucking OG and he is there for us in every way. We could not live the lives that we have if it wasn't for Senior Benjamin, for sure. And then the best thing about you, you're just so beautiful. I love you so much and you're so sexy.
That's what I tell him.
Am I missing anybody? Oh, and Jeff is, he's cool.
He's a rock star.
He's a rock star.
What about Vanguard 1?
The boat. Vanguard 1. I'm still mad that you tried to replace Vanguard 1. I still got heat about Vanguard 1. That other Neo 1.
Neo.
Yeah, Neo. I don't like that guy. No, Vanguard 1 was where it's at, and you should.
You got big drone heat, brother.
You should have never betrayed his.
I'm with you.
His loyalty.
I didn't. I mean, he'll be back.
Our last question comes from Big Money Mike, and he wants to know, what accomplishment of each other are you the most proud of, and what are your respective love languages?
Oh, okay. Oh, I know mine. I know all that. You go first.
No, you go, please.
I would say my love language is acts of service. What have you done for me lately? If you say you love me, then wash the fucking dishes. If you say you love me, don't leave your shit around. If you say you love me, then give me a fucking hug. And then I'm most proud of him being the best dad, just the best dad. Before he became a dad, if you'd told me that he was just going to be super hands-on and super responsible and on board with logical parenting choices and there for literally everything and anything and never complain. You hear so many horror stories of men that don't want to change diapers and men that don't want to pull their weight, or, it's your baby. You do it. You're the mom. He is like fucking super dad. He's the best. He's really good. So I would say it's that.
Okay. I would say my love language to you would be like, especially when you're very kind and nice to me, especially because you're very understanding of, I've been through a tough day or a tough situation or scenario. And also just the way you raise our children. I mean, that's a huge deal. I mean, when I see you talk about hands-on being super mom, you are super mom when it comes to that. And just whenever I feel like I have grown and evolved as a lover and a partner and a husband, and it makes you happy and proud. I also enjoy that as well. Very much so.
I like that.
How wholesome. Nice. I love that. Great questions, guys. Thank you all for getting.
Oh, very nice. Thanks for the questions.
Reby, this has been super fun. I want to hear more what's going on with the House Hardy Twitch. Anything good lately? And want to plug your TikTok and your Instagram?
Sure,
TikTok,
yeah.
you don't stop.
Check me out on TikTok. It's at Reby Hardy, or just search the hashtag House Hardy. And Twitch, of course, is twitch.tv/House Hardy. And we're on there all the time. The whole family, not just Matt. It's Matt, me, the kids, all kind of streaming, all kind of unboxing. Family friendly for the most part, unless I'm on doing a solo stream. Then it's completely not. But
there are times when we were downstairs watching Stranger Things a couple nights ago. It was 12:30, and Wolfie wakes up out of bed and he comes down. He says, "Mama, can I stream?" He said, "Wolfie, it's the next day. Go to bed."
2:00 in the morning and go to sleep.
They're wild, man.
That's so. But clearly, they're influenced by you, and they see what you guys are doing, and I think that's cool. That's awesome, and
they're good at it. So
they're very good at
it. They are good at it, and that's really cool. Well, Reby, first off, happy early birthday again to you, and we hope that this next year is full of nothing but laughter and love and kindness and all that jazzy stuff. But a genuine thank you from not just me, but all of our listeners here. I know that Matt's time is valuable with you, and I'm super appreciative that you allow him to spend this time teaching and educating people here on this podcast. And I know that we take away his time, and I apologize for that, and I'm grateful, okay. but we do appreciate it. And you're a rock star mom, and just know that everyone loves them some Queen Rebecca.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice of you to say. Absolutely. Very nice things all around. Very surprised. Thanks, guys.
I only say that. Yeah, because I'm terrified. I'm terrified. You know that. So it's only nice things all around.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Reby.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, Reby. Matt Hardy, that was lots of fun. Next week, we're going to do another really unique episode. You ready for it?
Yeah.
We're going to do Tag Team Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
We're going to pick your Mount Rushmore of tag team wrestling. And maybe we'll even go into some other Mount Rushmores. I'd like to do that too, beyond just tag teams. But we'll start with tag teams, and we'll get your opinions, and you'll break down with us why these teams specifically are on your respective Mount Rushmores. I think it's a really unique perspective, and who better to, the Good Brothers on our panel just said that you were the Hardy Boys, that you're the greatest tag team of all time. So who better to get perspective from than the secret sauce of the greatest tag team of all time?
They were very kind, the Good Brothers. Very, very kind. Yeah, so, that sounds fun. You kind of caught me by surprise by that, but I dig it. I am down for it.
So we will be doing that, followed by Ask Matt Anything the week after that, which are always some of your favorite episodes. And then we got the big one, Matt Hardy. It's coming up. We've been building to this all year long. Fans have been asking for it. It's probably one of our most requested episodes, August 26th, TLC 1, SummerSlam 2000. And I cannot wait to get the behind the scenes story of all of that, man. We got a busy month here.
Yeah. Great content. Looking forward to all these.
And again, guys, you can get that all in the archives as well. ExtremeHardy.com. Check out BoxOfGimmicks.com. Get your Let It Play Out t-shirt, your Spoken Matt Hardy, your Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, your Matt Fact, Matt Fiction. You wore that.
I was wearing that in Nashville all day long.
You did. It looked great on you. And go get
excellent shirt.
It is a great t-shirt. BoxOfGimmicks.com, guys. Matt, I really loved this episode, and I'm really glad and appreciative of Reby's time. Anything else you want to add on this?
No, this was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I got her to come sit down and long enough to do this. You could tell she, once again, as I was saying, the busy feet. She had to leave. She had to get out of here as quick as she can. That's how she is. New York Minute, go. But it was a lot of fun, and once again, I always want to thank all of our listeners out there or viewers. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for supporting myself and John. We are working really hard for you guys, and we really love bringing you the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy each and every week.
We really do. This past weekend in Nashville was genuinely one of the most rewarding weekends of my career, and it's in large part due to the show. So thank you guys for your support. And I guess I've just got to say this. The words have been spoken. We'll see you next time right here on The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy.
Oh, adios, everyone.
Deletion!